Hey, what's up everyone? This is Mark Price with DevSlopes.com, and this video is going to be about events with React, and this is more informational than actually hands-on, but it's important that you know how events work and where to go to get information on them. So we are going to go to the browser and type in React, and I'm just going to click on the top one here, which is the React website. Okay, and I'm going to click Docs, and down here we've got one called Events. I can't see it. There it is. Event system. Okay, under the reference. All right. Click that. And so first and foremost, as you know, or maybe you don't know, React uses a virtual DOM. Okay, it does not actually use the DOM on your browser, which is why it can re-render so quickly. It has its own internal DOM system. And with that being said, sometimes it makes sense to grab the native elements from the DOM for one reason or another. I have yet to find a good reason to access the native DOM, but if you need to, you can with synthetic events. And I'm not covering this, I'm just letting you know that if you want to know how to work with the actual DOM itself and not React's native DOM, they have information here on how to do that. What I want to talk about though is the supported events, okay? And I'm just going to cover a few of them. What I mean is events, like when you put them on an element, you know how native HTML events like onClick, onFocus, well, because React uses a virtual DOM, it has to implement these functions for you. And so it's important to know what you can and cannot use with the virtual DOM. And so it's all right here in this page, supported events. And so we support clipboard events, onCopy, onCut, onPaste, okay? Composition events, on composition end, on composition start. Remember, these are HTML events that you can just look up on the W3 reference on the internet, and it explains what they do. Okay, keyboard events, on key down, on key press. Maybe you're not understanding, well, what does this mean exactly? Well, let's just show you a quick example here. So what it's meaning is like on a perfect example here. Let's do a button, right? And we can say on click, okay? And then you know how we pass in some function, you know, this dot on click func, okay? And then we end that button, you know, right? Or so as not to be confusing, click. This is probably a little small here. So all I'm saying is these events are what you would place on those elements themselves, okay? But this on click right here is not the default DOM version of that. This is React's own implementation on that button. So that's why I'm covering this, because there are supported events and they're all right here. And if you don't see them, you're going to have to find a workaround solution if you're looking for something else. But they've covered all of the important ones. So keyboard events, we have on key down, on key press, on key up. Okay. And here's the properties of those. Again, this is standard HTML, and focus events, on focus, on blur. And if you need any more insight on these events, you can always say, you know, HTML on focus. And React has the same implementation, just using it on their virtual DOM. So I can click on focus on W3 schools, and it says definition and usage, when it's called, etc. So, and notice, look at this. This is all lowercase here on the HTML ones, and then on the React ones, they're camel cased. So that's important to take note of as well too. Form events, on change, on input, on submit. Mouse events, here's a bajillion different mouse events that you can use on your elements in React. Touch events, selection events. I'm not going through all of these, okay? But the point of this video is for you to go here and look at what events are supported in React to know what tools are at your disposal, okay? Don't just listen to everything I'm saying as this is everything, okay? I'm showing you where to get the information that you need so you can be successful. And so anyway, that's it right there. Event system on the React documentation page, very important. I reference this frequently, as well as other React documentation. This is Mark Price with DevSlopes.com. See you later. And remember, to get your free live help, go to DevSlopes.com and click on chat room. I'm there all the time, as well as a huge community of other students.